Hi everyone, welcome to the syllabus. So the syllabus is a document that describes the course, that introduces all of the important elements of the course so that you understand what you're signed up for and what we're going to be covering. So I'm just going to cover a few of the sections that I want to emphasize. Please take the time to read it all, especially the content that's applicable and written specifically for our class. It's really important. But there are a few things that I want to highlight. So again, this is English 102, and its emphasis is on research and writing, and college research and writing takes things to a whole new level, all right? And so in ways that I find exciting and I think really beneficial to not only our college career, but our professional careers and our personal life. And so I love this class. This is, I think, my favorite course that I teach. And so I'm glad to have you with me. So that's what this class is about. And it is an accelerated 8-week course. That means that we are going to be busy. We have to meet all of the requirements. We have to go over all of the content, all of the material that normally would be presented in a 16-week course. And so it doesn't just cut the class in half, it condenses it. And so it is going to be busy. You can do it, but the incentive is after 8 weeks, it's going to be done. You're going to have the credit, and even more important, you're going to have some good skills and some good practice and feedback and knowledge that you can take with you as you move forward. We've got the competencies. These are everything that we're going to be working on in this class. As far as the textbook, there is no required textbook for this class. Everything that we're going to be reading and using, I will provide for you. It will be available on Canvas. And so no worries about that. But since this is an online class, you do have to have access to a computer, a laptop, something like that, working on your phone. There is a Canvas phone app that can be handy, but it doesn't contain all of the information that is available on Canvas. So you cannot simply rely on your phone alone. Understand that you can also go to our, if you're available to go into on campus and into the library, into the learning center, you can check out laptops. So let me know if you have any questions about that, but you do need a computer. I've already mentioned contacting me in several different places. Read over that. And I'm right here on grades, or on assignments. So we are going to have 3 major assignments, 3 major writing projects in this course. That's part of the requirement. Students have to produce and submit these assignments to pass the course. The way I have them organized and the way I have this whole class organized is everything is connected. These assignments build on one another. We're going to first use, let's see, the first writing project is an autoethnographic research essay. And autoethnography is all about, it's a very respected, very different and complex, and I think really exciting research method when we draw on our own lived experience to identify different situations, to identify issues or interesting phenomenon that we see happening among the people that we interact with. And so I'll offer you a lot more explanation on each of these as we go. But in that first writing project, we're going to identify an issue or a phenomenon that we see happening in one of the communities that we are part of. In the second writing project, we are going to take that same issue or phenomenon and we're going to write up a literature review. We're going to do research and see what other experts have to say about that issue or phenomenon. And I use the word phenomenon because I know in our lives we don't just see problems, we see good things too. Really, generative, fruitful, supportive things happening. And so that's why I use issue or phenomenon. And then the final writing project is we're going to take that knowledge, the issue that we identified in the first and the research that we gained in the second, and we are going to persuade an audience of what we have found, of an opinion that we have formed based on our experience in our study. And so like I said, I'm going to give you a lot more information about that, but that is the overall trajectory or narrative of the course. And again, they're all connected. We're all going to be writing about that same issue or phenomenon for each of them. Each week there are going to be smaller assignments that help us work on these larger essays. Those I've called assignment posts. And as you go through the modules, you will see assignment post 1 or AP2, AP3, AP4. That is just an acronym that helps us keep track of everything and know where we are. The only quiz that we have will be the syllabus quiz right at the beginning. And that's just to make sure that you know some important things from the course. As far as attendance in an online class, attendance is counted and attendance is considered participation. And so if a student misses 2 weeks worth of assignments, that's considered going AWOL. And so a professor does have the opportunity or the right to withdraw a student if they just kind of disappear. And so just keep that in mind. Here we've got the grade breakdowns. Everything is going to be submitted on Canvas. Read the late submission policies, okay? A student, we have the weekly APs that are going to be submitted, and each of those APs will help you work towards the major writing project that we are working on at that time. Up until that major writing project is due, those APs can be turned in late for 80% of the grade. Now try your best to get them in there on time, but if you're a little bit late, don't think that you've lost your opportunity. You can get them in for 80%, for a potential of 80% of the grade, up until that major writing project is due. And then that section will close and we will move on to the next section, okay? And that's true except for peer reviews are not accepted late simply because of the nature of the activity, that is collaboration. And discussion boards only can receive partial because that is a collaborative activity and it just simply does not work if you turn them in late. The other major thing that I wanted to mention is resubmissions. So if you are, simply because we are moving so quickly in this class, that between peer reviews where you get your rough draft in and the final submission for your final draft, there's not a lot of time for me, there's not nearly enough time for me to give everyone some feedback. And so what I do when you turn in your major writing project, I will give you a lot of feedback when I give your grade. If you see that you've got an 89.9% or lower, so a B or lower, and you look at my feedback and you think, oh no, I know what I did, or I forgot this section, or I forgot to do this, or I know how I can improve this now. If you want to revise and resubmit that project, let me know within a couple days. Send me a Canvas message. Let me know, and then you will have, time to revise and resubmit, and I will simply regrade it as if it was your first submission, okay? I think I have here that I will give you the average of the two grades, but I don't. I just simply regrade it, okay? So that is the best way you can bump up your grade and improve your writing, because revision is so incredibly important. All right, moving on. Okay, plagiarism, we do use Turnitin, but this is the major thing that I need to talk about here also. No AI is allowed. No ChatGPT is allowed in this course. Now, I like ChatGPT for specific things, okay? And yet, this class is a class where you have the opportunity to practice and to learn. And simply using some kind of AI enhancement or using AI to write the papers for you, that is leaving you with no practice and no skills, and it's actually erasing your voice, okay? And besides, AI is awful at writing essays. It really is. It's robotic, it's generic, it plagiarizes everything out there. And so I'm going to ask you not to use it, okay? And if it goes through a detection and AI is detected, I will ask you to rewrite the paper, all right? I will not accept it, so keep that in mind. Let's see, go over here. There's a lot of counseling services and all of that. I'm going to come down at the bottom. I've already kind of covered this, but I'm going to kind of fly through this just to hit on, at the bottom we have our course schedule. This is a outline of everything that we have, all of the assignments that we have over this semester. And I have them listed right here. I also have a little calendar right here just to give you an idea, but it can be a little misleading. So I have everything set up so that assignments are due on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights, just so you can get a rhythm going, okay? However, this does not include all of the learning material that you need to go through, okay? These are just the assignments. So for all of the assignments, there's going to be handouts and readings and tutorials and little mini lectures that you are going to be working on and reading and engaging with. And that's where the learning is happening. And then these assignments are where it's practiced and you get feedback on. So keep that in mind. Don't think, oh, this is all I have to do. Again, if you go into the modules, you'll see that there's all this instructional content that will help you with this. All right, but it's all right there. Now, I might change or push back a date or two here or there, but I'll let you know depending on if we need a little bit more time with an assignment. But there's not a whole lot of wiggle room here in 8 weeks. And so if you're ever wondering, even though I only open the modules a little bit at a time on Canvas, you have everything right here. So you can go and you can look and see what's coming up, and you know what's coming up. Okay? That's it. Let me know if you have any questions.